Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Off Campus. Before going into the channel, kindly subscribe our channel Off Campus and then click on the bell icon also. Then only you will receive notification whenever we upload videos. Okay, we have posted many videos under engineering subject and engineering mathematics as well, and specifically posted for the upcoming TNEB assistant engineer exam also. If you haven't seen those videos still, kindly check with the playlist. In this video, we are going to see some frequently asked questions in network theory. Okay. First question, consider the network graph shown in a figure. Which one of the following is not a tree of this graph? We need to identify from this graph which is not a tree. Before that, we are going to see the definition of a tree. What is actually a tree? A tree is a subgraph connecting all the nodes of a network without formation of any closed loop. So actually what is a tree? It is a subgraph of the main graph. It should connect all the nodes of a graph but should not form any closed loop. Okay, so tree should not form any closed loop. We'll see. Now we are going to identify which is not a tree. Okay, see option A. So all are the subgraph of this graph given. All the options are, from that we are going to identify which is not a tree. Okay, it should connect all the nodes. For a tree, it should connect all the nodes and without formation of any closed loop. So it is connected all the nodes and no closed loop here. See in this option. So it is a tree. So option B, it is also connecting all the nodes, but here it is forms one closed loop now. For that it is not a tree. For it is to be tree, what is the condition? It should not form any closed loop and should connect all the nodes. So connecting all the nodes but forming tree means it is not a tree. So B is the option, correct option. We'll see some other options. So C also connecting all the nodes, no formation of any closed loop. So A, C also a tree. See the D. D also connecting all the nodes but no closed loop. So this is also a tree. Which one is not a tree? Option B. So because it connecting all the nodes but forming a loop, so it will not a tree. Okay, we'll move on to the next problem. What is that? Find the minimum number of equations required to analyze the circuit shown in the figure. So from this figure we are going to analyze the minimum number of equation needed to analyze this circuit. First one is we need to identify the number of nodes. So this is node 1, node 2, this is also node 3, this is node 3, node 4. So totally 4 nodes here. So from that, see this voltage goes to this one. So it is a known node. So we know the voltage drop here. Voltage drop is nothing but voltage V. So for this we don't know any voltage across it. Okay, for this node only we know the voltage drop. So it is a known node. 1 is called as known node, rest of the 2, 3, 4 is unknown node. So minimum number of equation, 3 equations required, which is 3 nodal equations required to solve this circuit. Okay, so for this, which one option? Option A, 3 is the right option. Then move on to the next problem. In the figure shown, the value of the current I in amperes is. So we need to identify the current I. So value of the current I. So we'll see. I am just read on this circuit given in the figure here. So now we are going to apply KCL at node voltage V. So this voltage drop, this is unknown node. So voltage V. So KCL means incoming current, which is always incoming current and outgoing current additively we will get 0, or incoming current is equal to outgoing current. Okay, from this take KCL we are going to apply. See, it is a incoming current, this is also going incoming current, this is a outgoing current, right? So apply KCL. V minus 5 divided by 5, again this is minus 1. Take incoming current positive and outgoing current as negative. Okay, we can take vice versa also. Incoming current, any current. Okay, we should take incoming current positive, means if you are taking the outgoing current should be take it as negative to solve equations. Okay, so here we can take it as a incoming current as minus and outgoing current as plus. Okay, so incoming current minus which one, how much current going, 1 ampere, so minus 1, then plus V by I is equal to V by something now, so that only we are applying. This is also current, this is also current, this is also current, so V minus 5 by 5 is nothing but current only, this incoming current. Here incoming current is minus 1, then here plus V by this total resistance 10 plus 5 15 is equal to 0. Here by taking LCM, so this is 3V minus 15, this minus 1 go to that side as plus 1, then what is remaining, plus V, okay. So again minus 15, 15 plus 15 30, here 3 plus 1 4 volt, 4 volt equal to 37, then what is V equal to 7.5 volts. So we need to identify the current flow this thing. So we have the voltage V as 7.5 volt, okay. So what is I? I is nothing but V by this resistance. So V by the total resistance, V by 10 plus 15, 10 plus 5 15. So I is nothing but flowing this, it is in series connection, so the same current will flow this resistance as and this resistance as well, okay. So I is equal to V by 7.5 divided by total resistance plus 5, that's it. 7 plus 5 by 5 plus 10, we are getting I equal to 0.5 amperes. Then move on to the next problem. In a series RLC circuit, R equal to 2 kilo ohm, L equal to 1 Henry, C equal to 1 by 400 microfarad. The resonant frequency is, so what is given, R, L, C and values are given. We need to find out the resonant frequency. What is the formula for resonant frequency? F naught is equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of LC. Just apply the values, L value and C value here given in microfarad. So 10 power minus 6, by simplifying we will get F naught is equal to 1 by pi into 10 power 4 hertz. So option B is the right option. Move on to the next problem. The differential equation for the current I of t in the circuit of figure is. So if one circuit is given, we need to find out the differential equation for the current I of t in the circuit. So 4 different options are given. So I am just read on the circuit given in the question. So now we are going to, the what current will flow. So here I of t will go inside the circuit. We are going to apply KVL, Kirchhoff voltage law, to find out the current equation. So this I of t goes to, in general, what is that? This is R into I of t plus L into d by I by dt plus 1 by C into integral I of t dt, which is equal to this voltage sin t, okay. Now we are going to differentiate on both sides, because see there is no integration symbol here. So here we are getting integration symbol. So to eliminate that, we are going to differentiating on both sides. So when we differentiating both sides, what we will get, R di by dt plus L d squared I by dt square plus 1 by C. Differentiation and integration get cancelled, so we will get I of t. When we differentiating sin t, we are getting cos t. So we will get cos t. So now we are going to substitute R, L values, R, L, C values 2. So 2 into di by dt, then L value also 2 into d squared I by dt square, then what is C value, 1 into 1 divided by 1, we will get 1 only, 1 into I of t equal to cos t. So to rearrange this according to the options, 2 d squared I by dt square plus 2 di by dt plus I of t equal to cos t. So option C is the right option. Then in the AC network shown in the figure, the phasor voltage VAB in volt. So we are going to find out the VAB volt, okay. Before going into that, how can we find out the VAB? It is very simple. So see, this is Z1, take this is Z2, then find out the common Z value, okay. So given current source is given, so then common impedance we need to identify the total impedance value from this circuit. Then VAB is nothing but just simply I into Z. Okay, VAB is equal to I into Z. So before that we are going to find out I value we know. So we going to find out the ZT, total impedance ZT, take it as Z. So Z1, see it is a Z1 and it is Z2, means Z1 and Z2 is in a parallel connection. So Z1 Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2. So A plus JB into A minus JB is nothing but, we know that trigonometrical na, A square plus B square. So similarly A square means 25, B square plus B square means 9. Here in denominator Z1 Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2, these and this get cancelled, then 5 plus 5 10. 25 plus 9, what we will get? 34. By 10 we will get Z as 3.4 ohms. Then simple. VAB is equal to I into R or I into Z. What is the I value? 5 angle 30 degree. Okay, here given now 5 angle 30 degree into 3.4. So just multiply 3.4 into 5, we will get 17 angle 30 degree. So VAB equal to 17 angle 30 degree is the right option, option D. We'll move on to the next problem. For the Y network shown in the figure, the value of R1, this R1 in ohms in the equivalent delta network is. So the Y network is shown in the figure, we need to identify the R1. So from that given, we can identify. So say it is A, B, C. Here R1 given, we can say it is a RB. Okay, RAB. This is RAC. This is RBC. So what is RAB? How can we find out the RAB? RAB is nothing but, from delta network we can find it as R1 summation, say it is a RA, RB, RC. Okay, so say it is a, how can we find out RAB? We can find out RC in denominator. What is the left over here in ABC? RC. What is the formula to find out RAB? This is a basic formula, star and delta. From delta network given, we should able to find out the formula for star network. If at all any star network given, we need to identify, we need to find out the delta network values from the formula. Okay, so I am just RA RB plus RB RC plus RC RA. So this is the formula. So nothing but summation or, this is, you can take it as RAB or R1 R2 R1 R3 like that. Okay, this is RC, I have written now. Okay, let it be. Okay, in numerator RA RB plus RB RC plus RC RA RC. In denominator we can divided by RC network. Okay, so from that RA RB, what is that RA RB? 5 into 3, 5 into 7.5 or, and then 5 into 3, then 3 into 7.5 divided by RC. RC is nothing but 7.5. By solving this, we can get RAB or RA in RAB is equal to 10 ohms, this resistance. Okay, if in case they are asking to find out RBC, means the numerator value is same only. What will be in the denominator? Numerator, just like the for RAB, what is in the denominator? RA. So for RAC, the same value is then the numerator, denominator is RB. So okay, this is the formula for finding out delta network if any Y network is given. Then next problem. A series RLC circuit has a resonant frequency of 1 kHz and a quality factor Q equal to 100. If each RLC is doubled from its original value, the new Q of the circuit is. So we need to find out the quality factor also given. So what else? What is given in series RLC circuit? Resonant frequency value given and the quality factor value given. If each RLC is doubled means from its original value, we need to identify the new Q value. Okay. What is the formula for Q factor? Q equal to 1 by R square root of RLC. Q equal to 1 by R square root of L by C. So see what is in the problem given. R, L and C is doubled means we need to identify the new Q factor value. Okay. So what is Q new? All the values are double means 2R, 2L, 2C. So this and this get cancelled. So 1 by 2R square root of L by C. So 1 by 2 will be in the outside. We can write it as 1 by R square root of L by C. So 1 by R square root of L by C is nothing but Q only. So new Q new is equal to half into Q. When R, L, C value is doubled means the new Q factor will be half of the Q factor. Okay, given Q equal to 100 means Q new equal to 100 by 12, we can get it as Q new equal to 50. So Q value before given as 100. So the new Q value is 100 by 2, we will get 50. Option B is the right option. We'll move on to the next one. So we are going to find out that driving point impedance of the following network is given by Z of S is equal to 0.2S divided by S squared plus 0.1S plus 2. The components values are, so we need to identify the driving point impedance value is given, we need to identify the RLC value. We'll see how to identify. So I'm just read on the circuit given in the problem. So it is Z of S, so connected with the voltage V, okay, voltage source V. So total current I is nothing but here in a parallel connection I are additive na. So IT is equal to IL plus IC plus IR. So we are going to find out the I value. So IT is nothing but V by Z of S. Then what is IL? Current flowing through this one. What we will get? V by XL. XL or SL. Okay. Here in given in S domain. So we can write it as SL. Then what is through capacitor? V by 1 by SC. Whenever for capacitor we need to write by 1 by SC. Then for through resistor it is nothing but I equal to IR equal to V by R. So taking V as a common in both the sides. Okay, and cancel this. So 1 by Z of S is equal to 1 by SL plus this 1 by SC will go to the numerator as SC plus 1 by R. So by taking LCM SLR, okay, here by taking SLR we can get here R plus what is remaining SL or R multiplied with this one. So S squared RLC plus here SL, okay. So Z of S, 1 by Z of S is equal to this one, Z of S just we need to reciprocate this. So SLR divided by S squared RLC plus SL plus R, which is nothing but the given, equate this with the given impedance, okay. So when we equating with the given impedance value, what is here? What is R? L value here. Here see SL equal to 0.1S. So what is L? L equal to 0.1 Henry. So what is the R value here? R value is 2. So R value 2 ohm. We can check it over here also. SLR equal to 0.2 S means LR equal to 0.2. Whether it is correct or wrong. 1 into 0.1 into 2 we will get 0.2 only na. So it is right only. L value, R value we know. Then RLC is equal to 1. Right? Equate RLC is equal to, just equating S squared component, S component and the constant component, we can get the values of RLC. So RLC is equal to 1, R and L value we know already. So what is that? C is equal to 1 by 0.2. So C is equal to 5 farad. So RLC value we have found out. Then we'll move on to the next problem. The time domain behavior of an RL circuit is represented by L di by dt plus Ri is equal to V naught into 1 plus B e power minus RT by L into sin t into U of t. For an initial current of I of 0 is equal to V naught by R, the steady state value of the current is. 4 different options are given. What is given? Initial current value is given. We need to identify the steady state value of the current. From the time domain behavior, initial current value given, we need to identify find out the steady state value of the currents. What is actually a steady state current? Steady state current means current at infinity. Okay, steady state means current at time t equal to infinity. So, in steady state, L act as a short circuit. So, L equal to 0 ohms. Because given RL circuit now, RL circuit and also equation also given. So, in steady state, L act as a short circuit where C act as a open circuit. Okay, so L equal to 0 in steady state, C is equal to infinite. Okay, here L equal to 0 in steady state. So, at steady state, L equal to 0 and I of t is nothing but steady state means at t is equal to infinity. Okay, so just write down the given equation given in the problem. Okay, this equation. Now we are going to substitute L equal to 0. From this point is very important. Steady state. Steady state means t tends to infinity and in steady state L act as a short circuit. So, L equal to 0 ohms. So, L equal to 0 henries. L equal to 0 and t equal to infinity. Substitute in this equation. L equal to 0 means this is 0, then Ri. Here V naught into 1 plus B e power t equal to infinity. So, e power minus infinity automatically 0. So, this term will get 0. So, simply this term gets 0. We will get V naught only. So, Ri is equal to V naught. Then what is I of t? I of t is equal to V naught by R. So, in steady state, I of t is equal to V naught by R. So, for this initial current also I of 0 and I of infinity also the same only, V naught by R. So, next problem, consider the building block called network N shown in the figure. Let C equal to 100 microfarad and R equal to 10 kilo ohm. So, this is the network given, RC network given, series RC circuit. Then what else given? Two such blocks are connected in cascade as shown in the figure. So, this is V1 of V2 of this network. Again the same network is connected here. Here V2 of S, here V3 of S. So, we need to find out the transfer function V3 of S divided by V1 of S of the cascaded network. So, sorry, we'll see how to find out that. So, R value 10 kilo ohm and C value 100 microfarad. So, given first we will find out the V2 by V1, then we will find out the V3 by V2, then we will find out the V3 by V1, the overall network. So, whenever we are finding out V2 by V1, the same thing will come for V3 by V2 because the same network is going to repeat here. Okay, first it is enough to find out V2 of S by V1 of S. From that we can find out the overall transfer function for the given network. So, what is V2 of S by V1 of S from the given network? V2 of S divided by V1 of S is nothing but R divided by voltage division rule, R divided by total impedance value. So, R plus 1 by SC, okay, because S domain options are given in S domain, okay. V2 of S divided by V1 of S R divided by R plus 1 by SC. So, SCR plus 1 divided by S, R divided by SCR plus 1 divided by S. Then we will go to the numerator as SCR plus 1 divided by here SC, okay, divided by SC. So, we will go to that side SCR divided by SCR plus 1. So, this is the V2 of S divided by V1 of S. Now, we are going to substitute RC value. R value 10 kilo ohm and C value 100 picofarad, 100 microfarad. 10 into 10 cube into 100 into 10 power minus 6. So positive powers 4, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 6 minus 6. So we will get 1 only. RC value is 1. So substitute RC value is 1. What we will get? Simply S divided by, here S divided by S plus 1. Okay. So V2 of S by V1 of S is equal to S divided by S plus 1. So this is V2 of S divided by V1 of S. The same network is connected in cascade now. So V3 of S divided by V2 of S also we will get this only. Okay. Now we are going to find a V3 of S divided by V1 of S, overall transfer function for this network. So how can we find out V3 of S divided by V1 of S is nothing but V3 by V2 into V2 by V1 into V2 by V1. So V2 get cancelled and we will get V3 by V1. So we know what is V3 by V2, this one, S by S plus 1, S by S plus 1 for this. Then what is V2 by V1? V2 by V1 also S by S plus 1. So S by S plus 1 the whole square. Overall transfer function is S by S plus 1 the whole square. So option C is the right option. S by S plus 1 the whole square. We'll move on to the next problem. The magnitude of current in milliamperes through the resistor R2 in the figure shown in the. So we are going to find out the magnitude of the so what is the current flowing through this R2 resistance. Okay, by seeing the network, don't confuse, it seems like a complicated network. By using the source transformation technique we can find out the IR2. Okay, source transformation, whenever current source parallel with resistance we can replace by voltage source series with the resistance. Okay, so 10 into 2 we can get 20 volt. Okay, so because this is a current, we are going to change it as a voltage source. I equal to 10 milliamps, current is 2 kilo, resistance is 2k. So 10 power minus 3, 10 power plus cube will get cancelled. So what is V? V is equal to I into R. So V is equal to plus minus, this is plus minus symbol, so plus minus 20 volt. We should be clear and we should consider the polarities also. Okay, so this is in series, by series 2 kilo ohms. So R1, then what is R2? R2 also 1 kilo ohm. Here also parallel with current source, we can same technique, this multiply this 4 into 2 8 volt. See, this is minus plus, so minus plus 8 volt, and then series with R4 4 kilo ohm. Okay, by using source transformation technique. Here also R4 3k. So what is the I flowing through R2 means the same current will flow through all the resistance because all in the series connection. So I is nothing but V by RT. Okay, V by RT. So it is nothing but what is the total voltage? V 20. Whenever we are taking the current will go to this, we need to take the potential polarity for the leaving sign only. So leaving as positive plus 20, here also minus to plus, leaving as positive only. So 20 plus 8, 28 divided by total resistance. Total means 7, 8, 8 plus 10, 8 plus 2, 10, 2.8 milliamperes. So our answer is 2.8 milliamperes. The maximum power that can be transferred to the load resistor RL from the voltage source in the figure is. So what is the maximum power that can be transferred to the load resistor RL from the voltage source in the figure is, we need to find out the maximum power. So by using maximum power transfer theorem, so this is the circuit given in the problem, this is the figure. So we are going to identify the RL value. RL and maximum power. So by using maximum power transfer, when the maximum power will be transferred means when the RL is equal to RS. When the load resistance equal to the source resistance, then it's the maximum power is transferred through the network. Okay. So RL equal to RS equal to 100 ohm. Here RS equal to given as 100 ohm. So RL also 100 ohm only. Okay. Then PRL, we need to find out the maximum power transfer. Na? PRL is nothing but V squared RL divided by RL. P is nothing but V squared by R. So, V squared RL, we need to find out V squared RL, or in terms of I, we can write it as I squared RL. Okay, this P equal to V squared by R, or R in general. What is the power? I squared R or V squared by R, this only. Okay. Now VRL, voltage through RL, how can we find out? By using voltage division rule. So RL divided by RL plus RS into the source voltage 10 volt Vs. Same thing, VRL is equal to RL divided by RL plus RS into Vs. So what is RL? 100. RL and RS is 100 ohm only. Okay. Into Vs is nothing but this is Vs. Vs is equal to 10 volt into 10 volt. So 100 divided by 200 into 10 volt. By simplifying 1 by 2 into 10, we will get 5 volt. VRL is 5 volt. Now V squared RL and RL value, just substitute. V squared RL by 5 into 5 divided by RL value is 100. By using this, we can find out the power. Maximum power transfer is 0.25 watt. So option C is the right option. The circuit shown in the figure with R equal to 1 by 3 ohms, L equal to 1 by 4 Henry, C equal to 3 farad has input voltage V of t is equal to sin 2t. The resulting current I of t is, so V equal to I of t or LC. Okay. So now we are going to find out voltage value given, RLC value given. We need to find out the I of t value. Very simple. Okay. So just copy down the circuit. I of t is nothing but IR plus IL plus IC. This is IC. So what is IR? IR is nothing but V by R. Similarly, what is IL? IL is nothing but V by J omega L plus IC equal to V by 1 by J omega C. Take V as common, then what we will get? 1 by R plus 1 by L plus J omega C. So this reciprocal denominator will go to the numerator as J omega C. Now very simple, we are going to just substitute the value. Okay. V of t is value is given, V of t value is given sin 2t. So sin 2t into 3 plus, just substitute R, L and C value. Okay. In this equation, R, L and C value, and here see, it is like sin omega t. In place of omega, what is here? 2. So omega is equal to 2 radians per second. So just substitute omega value and R, L, C value in this equation. Okay. This equation, and then we can get it as sin 2t into 3 plus J4. Okay, when simplifying, then sin 2t into, we can find out magnitude and the angle for this, because here given as magnitude as well angle. So here magnitude given and the angle also given. So sin 2t magnitude is square root of 3 square, real part square plus imaginary part square, 3 square plus 4 square. Here how to find out the angle for the rectangular form? Tan inverse of 4 by 3. So tan inverse of 4 by 3 value is, by using calculator only we can find out. This is 53.13 degree. Then what else? This is 9 plus 16, 25, square root of 25, 5. So 5 sin 2t, 5 sin of 2t plus angle 53.13 degree, 1 degree. This option A is the right option. Okay. Then Norton's theorem states that the complex network connected to a load that can be replaced with the equivalent impedance. Okay, what is the Norton's theorem? Norton's theorem states that the complex network connected to a load that can be replaced with an equivalent impedance that should be in parallel with the current source. Okay, this one, parallel with the current source. So option D is the right option. Then moving on to the next problem. So clear. A fully charged mobile phone with a 12-volt battery is good for a 10-minute talk time. Assume that during the talk time the battery delivers a constant current of 2 amperes and its voltage drops linearly from 12 volt to 10 volt as shown in the figure. So it will give the constant current and the voltage will drop to 12 to 10 volt. How many minutes they are talking? Talk time is how many? 10 minutes. Then how much energy does the battery deliver during this talk time? So we need to find out the energy value. How much energy that the battery deliver during this talk time? So this is the figure given in the problem. So this is time is 10 minutes duration, voltage drop is peak voltage 12 volt to 10 volt drop voltage. So this is the figure. So actually what is the formula? Energy formula is energy is equal to integral 0 to 2 p dt. Okay, how can we find out from the how can we find out the energy? Energy can be find out from the power. So what is the relation between energy and power? So energy is equal to integral 0 p dt. So we are going to find out that. So before going to this is given as minutes. Now minutes we can convert into seconds. So 10 minutes into 60 seconds we can get 600 seconds. So 0 to time should be in seconds. Okay, 0 to 300, p is nothing but vi, v of t into I of t dt. So what is given? That there is I of t value is given as constant current of 2 amperes. So I of t is equal to 2 amperes. So I of t equal to 2 amperes. So just substitute I of t here. So 2 into here 2 into 0 to 600 v of t dt. So how can we find out integration v of t dt? We need to find out the integration v of t dt is nothing but we can it is nothing but area under v of t. So area under v of t means we have one triangle and rectangle. Okay, so area for we need to identify area of the triangle and area of the rectangle from the figure, then adding together we can find out the area of the. So this is v of t now. So area under v of t we need to find out. So what is the area of the triangle in general? So E equal to 2 into integration, which means that the area under. So we need to find out the area value. Area of the triangle is nothing but half bh plus area of rectangle L into b. So half bh means breadth. Breadth is 0 to 10 minutes. 0 to 10 minutes is nothing but 600 seconds. Okay, 600 seconds. What is height? Height is for triangle only we need to take 12 to 10. How many difference is 2? So 2 volt. So 2 plus area of rectangle L into b. So length is same only for triangle and rectangle. So 600 seconds. We can take it as a 600 seconds. 0 to into what is breadth? Length into breadth. Breadth is nothing but 10 volt b. Okay, 10. So just substitute this and this 600 plus 6000, 6600. So 13200 joules energy. So it is 2 into na. So don't forget that. So then E is equal to 13.2 kilojoules. We can write it as 13.2 kilojoules. It is option C is the right option. Then the next problem we are going to solve. The Thevenin equivalent impedance is a ZTH between the nodes P and Q in the following circuit. So we are going to find out the Thevenin equivalent circuit Thevenin equivalent impedance only, ZTH only, between the nodes P and Q. So to find out Thevenin's equivalent, how can we find out ZTH? Just here short circuit the voltage source and open circuit the current source to find out the Thevenin's equivalent impedance. Okay, here in that formula, so in that figure, just short circuit that voltage source and open circuit that current source. So when we short circuit, we have resistance only, then the inductance, then this PQ terminal, then capacitor value, then this will be open circuit, current source is open circuit, then the resistance. Okay, so this is the rearrange the sentence. So rearranging the circuit. So what is ZTH? This is R L C R. So see, R plus JXL and R plus JXC. So this is in C, both are, these two are in series, and R Z1, say it is a Z1 and it is a Z2, Z1 parallel Z2, right? So what is Z1 here? XL. Here XL means yes, take it as S, because why? Options given in S domain now, so XL can be S. So for XC we can take it as 1 by AC, here R only, here also R. So these and these will be parallel. So R plus JXL parallel R plus 1 by JXC. So JXL or XL we can take it as S, here also 1 by S. What will give? S plus 1 parallel 1 plus 1 by S. So Z1 Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2, S plus 1 into this term divided by S plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 by S. So S plus 1. So by multiplying inside, what we will get? S plus 1 into 1, S plus 1, again S into 1 by S we are getting 1, then S 1 by S into 1 we will get 1 by S. So in denominator adding all together, S plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 by S. So see, in the numerator and denominator the same term will repeating, so cancel, we will get ZTH as 1 ohms. So option A is nothing but 1 ohms is the right option. Then a 2 millihenry inductor with some initial current can be represented as shown below, where S is the Laplace transform variable. The value of initial current is. So what is given? A 2 millihenry inductor with some initial current can be represented as shown below. We need to find out the value of the initial current from this network. Okay, I of 0 is what? So what is given? L is connected with the voltage here, voltage source, and then current I is flowing. So in general, what is the voltage? V of t is nothing but L di by dt. By taking Laplace transform, what will give? V of s into L into S into I of s minus L into I of 0. L is common. By taking di by dt, how can we write? S into I of s minus I of 0. So that I of 0 only we are going to find out. Initial current we are going to find out. So this, take it as a equation 1. Then this is a general voltage equation. Okay, voltage and that inductor relationship. So let it be equation 1. Then the given circuit, just read on the circuit given. From that find out what is V of s. So V of s means going through this, V of s is equal to this. Current is flowing through this direction now. So plus minus V of s here. Leaving polarity only we will take. So when leaving, what is that? V of s minus plus minus 0.02 s. Here also leaving means plus 0.02 s into I of s. Then plus 1 millivolt equal to 0. So from that, V of s is equal to 0.002 s into I of s minus, going to that side, minus 1 millivolt. So take this as a equation 2. Now we are going to compare equation 1 and 2, then we'll find out the I of 0 only. So S into I of S, by comparing, what is that? SL is equal to, in place of SL, 0.002S. So then what is L? L equal to 0.002, it is nothing but L equal to 2 millihenry. Then I of 0. I of 0 value, it is simply by comparing here, I of 0 value only minus L into I of 0 only. Na? What is L here? L is equal to 2 millihenry, we can find out. What is I of 0? I of 0 is simply 1 millivolt. So L into, sorry, I of 0 value is not 1 millivolt. L into I of 0 is, in place of L into this minus sign also, minus sign. So just take L into I of 0 equal to 1 millivolt. L into I of 0 equal to 1 millivolt. What is L value? Just substitute L value 2 millihenry here. Then that 2 millihenry, 1 millivolt divided by 2 millihenry. This is L only, na, 2 millihenry. Milli and get cancelled. 1 by 2 we will get 0.5 amperes. So what is the initial current I of 0? 0.5 amperes is the right option. We'll move on to the next problem. If the transfer function of the following network is V naught of S by Vi of S is equal to 1 by 2 plus SCR. So the value of the load resistance RL. So load resistance RL we need to find out. So load resistance is nothing but, what is the impedance actually? It is parallel with RL parallel C. So R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2, RL into 1 by SC divided by RL plus 1 by SC. So RL divided by SC divided by SCRL plus 1 divided by SCRL. Okay, by simplifying, what we will get? Z is equal to RL divided by 1 plus SCRL. From that we need to find out the RL value only. Okay, so then what is the here Z value we can find out. What is V naught of S divided by Vi of S? Transfer function V naught divided by Vi divided is equal to Z divided by R plus Z, right? So V naught divided by Vi is equal to Z divided by R plus Z. Z value is, we can find out as RL divided by 1 plus SCRL. Then R plus this term. Just repeat and take LCM. When we taking LCM, this and this get cancelled. So what is in the numerator? RL divided by R into 1 plus SCRL plus RL. So what we will get? RL divided by, multiply with the inside R plus SC RRL plus RL. So V naught of S divided by Vi of S. So just divide this, this go to the denominator. So R by RL plus, dividing by RL we will cancel this. So SCR here plus 1. Okay. So because why we are finding out the transfer function means, in problem they are given as V naught divided by Vi. V naught divided by Vi is equal to 1 by 2 plus SCR, right? So 1 by 2 plus SCR. Just equate that with the given, we can find out on V naught divided by Vi transfer function, or just comparing these two we can find out. We need to find out the RL value only now. Here SCR equal to SCR 1. Then what else? R by, in place of R by RL plus 1, what is here? So 1 guys, can you understand? 1 in the numerator 1. So SCR equal to SCR. So what else we can equate? R by RL plus 1 is equal to 2. Okay. So R by RL, 2 minus 1, 1. So R by RL equal to 1, automatically RL equal to R only. So finally what is RL? RL is nothing but simply R. Okay, we'll move on to the next problem. The source of angular frequency, this is one of the DNEB SSL Engineer 2018 question paper asked this question. 1 radian per second has a source impedance consisting of 1 ohms resistance in series with 1 Henry inductance. The load that will obtain the maximum power. So what is given? Angular frequency value given, source impedance having resistance 1 ohm resistance in series with 1 Henry inductance. The load that will obtain the maximum power is, so according to the maximum power transfer theorem, when the load will obtain the when the load will be delivered the maximum power. When the maximum power is delivered to the load is nothing but when RL equal to RS. When it is but here it is series with complex conjugate. In formula, complex impedance given, resistance and inductance means what is the maximum power? Whenever ZL equal to ZS star, whenever load impedance is equal to complex conjugate of source impedance, then the maximum power will be delivered to the is transferred to the load. Okay, this is the condition. ZL is equal to ZS star. When it is a normal resistance, mean what is the, when the maximum power will say, it is simply RL equal to R. So load resistance is equal to source resistance. When it is complex conjugate means the complex impedance means ZL should be ZS star. Then only the maximum power will be transferred to the load. So this is the condition. Okay. So ZS is the combination of, as I said, in the source impedance consisting of 1 ohm resistance and 1 Henry inductance. So RS plus JXL both are 1 only. So ZS equal to 1 plus J1. So it is ZS, it is VS, then ZL. When the ZL is equal to ZS star, then only the maximum power is transferred. So this is the question asked. The load that will obtain maximum power transfer is, so when ZL equal to ZS star. So ZS we can find 1 plus 1 J ohm. 1 plus J1, complex conjugate is nothing but 1 minus J1 ohm. So ZL equal to 1 minus J1. So from the problem we can see what is given, 1 ohm resistance. See, ZL is, we can find out 1 minus J1. 1 minus J1 we can write it as 1 by 1 plus J1, right? According to the, see, we'll see the options one by one and it will be clear for you. 1 ohm resistance only, no, it have complex conjugate, so this will not come. So then 1 ohm resistance in parallel with 1 ohm inductance. It is now it is also wrong. 1 ohm resistance is not parallel. Okay, if it is parallel means we can, it is also wrong answer. So 1 minus J1 we can write it as 1 plus 1 by J1. So R plus 1 by J omega C. Okay, this is R, this is in the form of J omega C. So what is C here? Omega equal to 1 radian per second as given in the problem, and C also 1 farad. This is in the form of R plus 1 by J omega C means resistance series with that capacitance. So resistance series with inductance will not come. When it is resistance series with inductance means that should come R plus JXL only, not R minus J something. Okay, so this option is wrong also. Then 1 ohm resistance in series with 1 farad capacitor. So this is the correct. We can rewrite as R 1 plus 1 by J1 ohm. This is in the form of resistance plus series means addition, resistance series with the 1 farad capacitance. So this is the correct one. Then resistance in parallel with 1 farad. Parallel also rod. Parallel means we 1 by J omega C. So R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. This is the parallel connection. Series connection means R plus 1 by J omega C. Just addition, right? So 1 ohm resistance in series with 1 farad capacitor is the right option. So from this problem, what we need to know, so when the load is maximum power is delivered to the load means ZL equal to ZS star. When it is complex impedance given, we need to find out the complex conjugate. Then move on to the next problem. Consider the following. Consider the configuration shown in the figure, which is a portion of a larger electrical network. Okay, for R equal to 1 ohm and current I1 value I4, I5, everything given. From this we can find out which one of the following is true. So we'll see. From the option we need to identify from which one is true. What is the option given? I6 equal to 5 amps. So we are going to find out the I6 value, whether it is 5 amps means this is the correct one. Then I3 value we need to find out. I3 equal to minus 4 amperes, and we'll check for that. Then data is sufficient to conclude that the supposed currents are impossible. So because this data is sufficient to conclude the current is not, to finding out the current is impossible. So this is we need to identify whether we need to find out the rest of the currents or not, we are going to find out. So then data is insufficient to identify the current I2, I3, I6. So the given data is from the given data we are going to find out the data is sufficient to find out these currents are not sufficient. Okay, we'll see. Just redraw the circuit given in the figure. This is I5 coming, I2, I4, this is I2, I4 from this point, this is I5 from this point. Whatever circuit is connected that point we don't know. This is nothing but I6. I6 is coming, I5 coming, I4 coming, then I2, and this is also I2, I3. Okay, this is I1, not I2. See, I1, I2, I3. Okay, so say it is an I2 incoming current. Say it is a node 1 and node 2 and node 3. Okay, whatever you can choose, any node you can choose as a node 1 or node 2 or node 3. So just apply the KCL. KCL means incoming current plus outgoing current is equal to 0. So what is the incoming node 1? This is I1. I1 equal to 2. This is I1 only, not I2. So incoming current I1, this node. So this is also incoming current I4 plus I4. What is the outgoing current? This is also from this point it is coming, node 1. From this point this is coming. So I1 plus I4, outgoing current is minus I2 according to node 1. Minus I2 equal to 0. So what value we know? I1 and I4 value is given 2 minus 1 minus I2. From that we can find out I2 equal to 1 amperes. So let it be. Next apply KCL at node 2 and node 3. So we will apply here. KCL at node 2. Node 2. What is the incoming current? I2, I5 minus I3. I2 plus I5 minus outgoing current is minus I3 equal to 0. So from that I2 is what? 1 amperes plus I5. I5 given as minus 4. Then minus I3 equal to 0. So what is I3 value? Minus 3 plus 3, I3 equal to minus 3 amperes. Okay, then applying node 3, KCL at node 3. From this node 3, what is the incoming current? I3. Then it is outgoing. This is also incoming. I3 plus I6 minus I1. I3 plus I6 minus I1 equal to 0. What is I3? I3 minus 3a plus I6. I6 we don't know. Then I1 equal to 2 minus 2 equal to 0. Minus 2, this is amperes. Okay. Minus 2 minus 3 minus 5. Then I6 equal to, go to that side as plus 5 amperes. So we can able to find out the I2 value, I3 value and I6 value. So I6 equal to 5 amperes. Then what else? Option A is I6 equal to 5 amperes. Option B, I3 equal to minus 4C. No, I3 equal to minus 3 only. So this is the wrong option, this only. So data is insufficient to find out I2, I3, I6. No, we can. It is very sufficient to find out the I2, I3, I6. So this is also wrong, this is also wrong, this is also wrong option. So I6 equal to 5 amperes is the right one. This is the right option for this problem. Okay, we will end the video up to this. Kindly subscribe our channel Off Campus and then click on the bell icon also. Then only you will receive notification whenever we upload videos. Thanks for watching.